Hello and welcome. I'm Magical Michelle, and I am coming to you live this week for this week's Live Magically, live from the Nile River in Egypt. And if I lose you, I will make a second video. But I really just wanted to come on today because I normally do this on Monday and time zones are all crazy. Everything is a liminal in between. And we're halfway between the two eclipses. This is that moment of deep initiation. And really, the Nile water is that. It's the energized water, the purification process of letting go of who you once were to become who you're becoming. We just had the end of a phase with the Pisces eclipse. And next weekend, we will have a second eclipse. This will be a new moon solar partial eclipse in the last point of Virgo. And as we do this, we'll be leaving Virgo and moving into Libra. And so this week is about closing up all the doors. It's about getting your house, your body, your life, everything in order. And starting to actually connect to who you are, who you're becoming. So letting go of the past, but also in that same closure cycle with the 999 portal that we're in the middle of, and we'll have the second 999 on the 18th. That'll be the 9th month, and 1 and 8 makes 9, and 2025 is a 9 year, the year of the wood snake. And so as we do that, we are closing up the portion of it that's in Virgo, and then we'll be moving at the beginning of this eclipse, at the end of the solar eclipse, the next day we will move into Libra. So what do you need to complete to be whole? The number 9 is about wholeness and completions, and Virgo is all about cycles, processes, purification of the body, the mind, the soul, and the spirit. And so what is that for you this week, today, and tomorrow, and in the coming year? This is a deep initiation process, and nothing is more initiatory than Egypt. And so I just wanted to come on and send you healing and purification from these waters, and allow yourself to feel it go through your body, washing away, cleansing, and removing what no longer serves you. But also the sun and the earth and the water and the air builds you, the fire within you, your soul, your spirit, your ka, your full Merkaba body, as you are transcending the liminal in between in this time and space into the energy of becoming. And this is the time to be activated, to become, to be, to allow, to love yourself just a little bit deeper, to initiate yourself into that version of you, to actually just start acting as if, start being that person. There is no more in between. You just now are. You are stepping in. The portal is about taking that initiative and allowing yourself to be who you've been becoming. And if you feel like you want to capitalize on the end of this year with me, Magical Michelle, I have created a 90-day program called the Living Magically Method to absolutely do deep one-on-one coaching over the next 90 days by the end of this year, so that you are ready to take on that version of you. And if you want to take it all the way, you can do the Living by Design Mastermind. Both of these are available right now, and actually I'm giving away a fabulous bonus to receive an extra 90 days of the mastermind by signing up this week. So right now there's super big opportunities to commit to yourself. Whether you're committing to this or committing to something else. The invitation here is to fully commit. This is where you're making a sacred commitment. The initiation is always darkest before the dawn. This week we had the opportunity to be in pitch black, the moment before the dawn and the sunrise inside the Holy of Holies from Isis Temple in Philae. And in that moment, it was sort of a little bit scary to be walking in the dark, to know that it was pitch black. And in the illumination of that sunrise was one of the most beautiful moments of my entire life. Anytime the sun is coming through, we now are cracked open. We become the vessel to receive more light. When you face your fears, when you move past the darkness, that is the liminal in-between. That is the darkness before the dawn. And this week, with the solar eclipse happening at the autumn equinox, we're talking about finding the balance between the night and the day, the sunlight side of the year, or what we call high growth season, where the sun takes over more of the day than the night, and into the nighttime, the time that we will be in our shadow, and each day will become darker and each night will become longer. But for that one day, there's total balance between the night and the day, the good and the bad. We were at Kamumbo today, which was all about that balance between your positive and your negative, your fears and your choices, and finding that balance. We were at Abo Symbol, which is about finding the balance between the feminine and the masculine, and knowing that the divine is within. We were taught that amen is a seed sound. Amen or amen is a sound to open the heart. So I invite you to open your heart and to find balance and to create within you the sacredness of the commitment to committing to yourself as we become reborn at this time, as we move into this space, this liminal in-between, and then that new moon solar eclipse that is coming in the middle of the equinox. And there's an opportunity always with the first days of Libra for your soul to receive the most part of you. And so that is the invitation. Let go deeply of the old so you can be fully complete in the new. And that energy is going to continue for the next 6 months until we hit the end of the year of the wood snake in February and the next set of eclipses. So the solar eclipse that happens on the 22nd will activate the next 30 days, 90 days, and 6 months. And so as we look at that, we'll be shifting from one node to another, from one part, one season, one energy to another. Use this energy for your own sake. There's been a lot of us learning to reclaim our energy, to call back our energy from wherever we've been to wherever we're going, to let go of being connected to and tied to the past, tied to other people's energy, and to just remember to refill with the energy and be embodied of the energy, and allow yourself to be filled with light, to practice the energy of receiving the downloads from the divine, your higher self. From, in this case, we've been working with the downloads from the goddess of 10,000 names, Isis, who also goes by many other names. What are you choosing right now? Choose wisely. Let go fiercely. Choose yourself completely. Be initiated. And allow yourself to be not just the initiate, but the dedicate. The one who is devotionally connected to their future. Let the future be more important than the past. Let the present moment of being here now allow you to have every moment be special. One of the things we've learned here is you can't blink. You have to be right here now or you miss something. So please be really cautious and conscious right now. This is the invitation, is to be really present in your healing. We're in Aswan and moving through the 3 holy temples of healing. So I send healing into the conscious collective. I know the conscious collective is crazy right now. Your choice is to choose the higher timeline, to choose peace in your body and be the vehicle for peace within you. To choose your thoughts and not get caught up in what everyone else is saying, doing, or being. Choose that you're going to be the instrument for peace. Be like St. Francis and be the instrument for peace. You get to choose your thoughts. Don't let social media choose for you, unless it's this video, of course. But I really invite you to raise your consciousness, to be the vibration of the change, to be the vibration and the frequency of the purified water, the energy of the sky, the energy of the earth, the energy of the air, the energy of the sky. The ancient Egyptians taught as above, so below, so within. And that is the truth. You are the divine inside of you. We are the mirror. If you learn to bring your consciousness into your power, your personal power, you will change the frequency around your own physical field. And then you will change the energy just by walking through the field. We see that with the Yeshua and the Christ consciousness. You could feel him or Buddha miles away. Be like the Christ consciousness. Choose to embody your Ka, which is the spirit, the wings. Every one of you has an angelic wing-like energy. Be above all of the fray right now and choose your own soul's evolution. Be the light, be the change that you wish to be. And if you feel like you want to do the deeper work, this particular portal, the next 90 days is possibly, before the end of this year, is possibly one of the most powerful opportunities for karmic healing that we have ever seen in our lifetimes. This is why I've been offering such deep dives. I'm offering something I haven't offered in a very long time, which is weekly coaching with me for over a 90-day period of time. And I haven't done that since like 2020, not in this way. So if you are interested, it's called the Living Magically Method. I have been perfecting this particular process for about, since 2020, so about 5 years. And we've seen huge, massive transformations. And if you want to be part of the co-creative collective, the magic, the elevated journey of the soul, the Living by Design Mastermind. And if you're really interested, reach out to me and maybe you can do both. I'll sit with you and talk to you about what is really right for you. But I invite you to live absolutely magically this week, to remember that magic is in the details and in the moment, and that every day you get to choose. And every time you feel out of alignment, there's a moment to recenter, get reconnected to your heart, to get reconnected to who you choose to be, not what you've been told you are, not what everyone else is, not the crazy collective, but choose to be your own most powerful self. That is the opportunity that this week holds for us. And remember, as we get into the dark moon phase right before the solar eclipse, and in between these two eclipses, it's darkest before the dawn. It is the darkest moon phase before we have the new moon opportunity of new beginnings. And in that, you can crack open to receive the light and expand your capacity to be the light. Expand your capacity to receive the abundance that we all share. And I pulled a card from the Isis deck, which is the abundance of Sothis, the stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. Remember that there are thousands of grains of sand. There are thousands, more than millions of drops of water. If you tried to count grass or tree leaves, you can't count them. There's so much abundance. We are not the lack that we see. We must choose to see the abundance, and there will be abundance. And so with that, my friends, I'm going to keep this short and sweet before I lose. Connectiveness. I love you. I love you. I love you. Sending codes of healing, light, love, magic, and blessings and activation from my precious Nile River in Aswan, Egypt. This is Magical Michelle coming to you live from the Nile in Egypt. And have an absolutely magical week.